Welcome everybody. Today's set overview video will contain information on other trap cards in Shadow Specters.
The first of the other trap cards is the continuous trap card Mistake.
Its effect is, neither player can add cards from their deck to their hand, except by drawing them.
This card is a great counter to decks that extensively search cards out of their deck, which is quite common right now, as it will limit their plays. Interesting to note is that Sangan appears on this card, which until recently was often used in many decks to do exactly what this card stops.
Potentially useful decks to use this card in are decks like Final Countdown, assuming your Final Countdown is already on the field, or Chain Burn, since both decks don't typically add cards from their deck to their hand.
Alright, the second of the other traps is the continuous trap card Chain Ignition.
Its effect is, once per turn, if a monster your opponent controls is destroyed by your opponent's card effect, you can target one card on the field, destroy that target.
This card provides a pseudo-counter to decks such as Fire Kings or Scraps that are quite reliant on the self-destruction of their own monsters. While it doesn't stop their plays, it will continue to allow you to destroy extra cards each turn if they continue to make their common plays.
Depending on the cards on your opponent's side of the field, this card can also be used to destroy a spell or trap on your opponent's side if they use cards like Dark Hole or Torrential Tribute.
The third of the other traps is the normal trap card Grisaille Jail.
Its effect is, if you control a tribute, ritual, and or fusion summoned monster, neither player can synchro or exceed summon. Also, the effects of all exceed monsters and synchro monsters currently on the field are negated, and they cannot attack. These effects are applied until the end of your opponent's next turn.
If the drawbacks of this card, which is synchro exceed monsters being unable to be summoned, unable to attack, and have their effects negated, don't really apply to your deck, this card is best used on your opponent's turn, as you would then lock them out of their current turn and their next turn. If you also use Synchro or Exceed plays, then this card is best used at the end of your turn, as then it won't affect you during your next turn. This card's name refers to a jailing of grayscale coloration, which is the reverse of the two words in its name, referring to Synchro and Exceed monsters being white and black, respectively, and locking them out from basically being used.
Likely candidates for decks that this card would work well in are Monarchs, Gishkis, Heroes, Steel Swarms, and potentially Gladiator Beasts.
The fourth of the other traps is the normal trap card Fight for Survival.
Its effect is, target one dinosaur monster you control, equip this card to that target. It gains 1000 attack. When the equipped monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, it can make a second attack in a row on an opponent's monster.
This card works quite well with many of the Jirak monsters, as many of them get effects after destroying monsters by battle, such as Jirak Glaiba or Jirak Dino. This card also combos quite well with Grenosaurus to allow it to more easily get off its effect.
Additionally, it can work well with Hydrogeddon, giving you an attack boost to get over your opponent's monster, and allowing you to special summon another Hydrogeddon from the deck. This will give you 2 out of the 3 monsters needed to summon a Water Dragon onto the field.
And the final of the other trap cards is the normal trap card From the Jaws of Defeat.
Its effect is, declare a level between 1 and 12. Then both players toss a coin once. If both results are heads, the levels of all face-up monsters you currently control becomes the declared level. If both results are tails, you lose 500 life points times the declared level.
This card, assuming the positive effect activates, could allow you to make an extremely powerful Exceed play, as you could quite easily summon a rank 8, 9, or even 10 monster. This could also be used in combination with the Calculator to raise its attack to insanely high levels. It's also fairly easy to take advantage of the negative side of this card with cards like Hope for Escape or Zexal Weapon Eagle Claw that require your life points to be significantly lower than your opponent's.
Note, if you get tails and your opponent gets heads, or vice versa, this card is essentially moot and has no effect. Second coin toss can be used in this situation in order to heighten your chances of getting a heads, either allowing you to activate your positive effect or prevent you from taking damage from the negative effect. Hey ladies and gents, Spencer here. I just wanted to say feel free to leave a comment below at any time. We will always be looking to discuss anything about these cards with you, whether it be basic information, other combinations with these cards, or anything else you care to discuss. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time. Water Dragon!